Hey, 8th graders, I hope you had a great weekend. We are on week 6 of AMI work, and we will continue through these activities um, through days 26 through 30. We're going to continue doing a 2020 pandemic journal. So I hope y'all are really enjoying this lesson. I love that we are combining social studies and English and just covering a really interesting concept about past pandemics compared to the new pandemic that we're facing. Starting with day 26, you will be comparing COVID 19 to the Spanish flu. So, last week you were doing the plague or Black Death, but this unit is now going to focus on COVID 19 compared to the Spanish flu. So, if you are looking on your Google Classroom, through social studies, you should have a form that looks just like this. You're going to answer your daily assignments on these Google Classroom or Google Forms that you can find on your social studies classroom. You'll put your first and last name. We have another explanation of how you are continuing the pandemic journal. It's the same instructions from last week, so you shouldn't be too confused. First, before you read, because every day you'll have a new article to read or a little section of the article, you need to answer the question that says, what did you see today that gave you hope, anxiety, or fear? In person in the news or on social media, because we know that a lot of stuff is being said on social media about all this, and that's kind of the only real thing that anyone and everyone is seeing at this point in time. The news can be put on through social media, so you could access it that way. Or if your parents have like cable, satellite, anything like that, maybe you're watching the news or they're watching the news, or maybe you're just hearing your friends say certain things because so and so said this and heard it from Farmer Joe next door. You never know. So let me know, what did you see today that gave you hope or maybe even just stressed you out? So after you answer that question, you're going to read Article 2, Chunk 7. It says attached here or located at the end of your packet. So if you want to go to your packet and read it so you can zoom in and everything, that's fine, or you can read it here. So it says the influenza or flu pandemic of 1918 to 1919, the deadliest in modern history, infected an estimated 500 million people worldwide, about 1/3 of the planet's population at the time, and killed an estimated 20 million to 50 million victims. More than 25% of the U.S. population became sick, and some 675,000 Americans died. The 1918 flu was first observed in Europe, the United States, and parts of Asia, before swiftly spreading around the world. Surprisingly, many victims were young, otherwise healthy adults. At the time, there were no effective drugs or vaccines to treat this killer flu strain or prevent its spread. In the U.S., citizens were ordered to wear masks, and schools, theaters, and other public places were closed. Researchers later discovered what made the 1918 pandemic flu so deadly. The influenza virus invaded victims' lungs and caused pneumonia. So now that we've read that, you need to answer, what is something surprising or shocking you learned from this section? Explain, which means you're going to need to add detail. And then also, what is a new similarity or difference that you see between the Spanish flu and COVID-19 outbreak? We want you to use evidence from the article to support your answer. So you're going to do like last time. You'll have a Venn diagram. You're going to explain how they compare, how they're different, and you'll go through each form and you'll add something new each day. So don't put the same thing every day. Like, we want to hear new things that you'll learn, because you'll have a new little section of your article to read every single day. So let me know what you think. This is very similar to last week's lesson. So get creative.